Possibly. We don't know for sure. But what we do know is that he is giving CJ a second breath of life and a chance to go to playoffs.
Look, it's definitely a title he's been given by you and by many people in the Korean scene, but it's a title that has to be earned, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So the hype for him, justified, but the title, that's something he needs to earn.
Yep. That comes with a legacy.
Well, it's going to take a while to match the legacy. CJ fans are going to be beside themselves if he can emulate the legacy of Faker.
Yeah.
The long struggling CJ fans, with this name, with CJ Enter's name, they have never won champions. All their success, barring an IEM, was previously.
Maybe it's like, I'll have to hold the thought. Tara throws out the ultimate's not going to hit anything, though.
Goal!
Yeah. Wave gets cleared out. I was going to say, maybe it's like Space Jam. BDD.
It's always like Space Jam when
Faker,
Poppy and Nautilus are in the game.
Faker, like, touched a mouse or a keyboard and it sucked all of his abilities out, and that's why SKT's not doing so hot.
I mean, Faker himself has the highest DPM in the league, so...
That's true.
Maybe it was Bengi's mouse.
Yeah, maybe it was Bengi's mouse. That very well could be.
CJ just trying to get their lane assignments right. You can see Untara's pushing in top, Super Minions pushing in bot. Zerot Portal to help against the Super Minions, though. Would do an okay job.
Trying to get through them as fast as possible.
That's going to be another free objective. Grows the gold leads 10,000 now.
Yep.
Who's going to get the anti-trigger figures? We've already seen Poppy miss with the ult.
See the teleport. This is just going to be TP from Untara straight into the base on the bottom side. Can he get a pick here?
Just looking for the turret.
The wall. Can't find it. Seeker goes in. Pops up BDD, who's already at half HP. Throws out the Emperor's Divide just to keep himself alive. And the enemy's away. Still has the Zonias. Should he need to pop it? But TP burned by Untara. Not going to gain too much.
All they get is about 50%, not even 50%, 30% of their health on this mid lane inhibitor turret. Zerot Portal actually doing a good job of holding up the Super Minions.
Yeah, and now we'll see what the game plan is for CJ moving forward after that one didn't quite work out. Fortunately for them, unless Untara gets really low and has to back off, he shouldn't need to teleport for a little while because Spenu is just not in a position to really push outside the space too far.
Look, CJ are just trying to get the most in the minute before Dragon and Baron spawn, and then they can kite back. They've had no way for Spenu to put down the aggressive wards. They're going to have some trinkets, 2 only in the infantry. At this point, with no map control at all, I'd actually like to see Nautilus change over to the blue trinket, because who else is going to be checking this Baron, this Dragon, as these really key objectives are going to come into play very short.
Yep. Spawning about 14 seconds apart from each other. The 4th Dragon, if CJ decides to go over there, and of course their 2nd Baron of the game.
You know you're in a good spot where you can full court press 30 seconds before Baron and Dragon spawn, and then you know that Spenu has instant vision and nothing else, because they've just never been in a position to earn vision around these objectives.
Yep. So Sam Tower does get destroyed here, but all of CJ just still hovering together around this mid lane, working as a unit. Looks like they're going to go straight from this Dragon, likely run to the Baron as well.
This is a 6.4 thing. This was 6.2. You wouldn't have gone for the 4th Dragon. It didn't really give you a relevant buff, but suddenly, earning 4th Dragon isn't just the obvious window into 5th, but it does provide you with the chance to dive what is already a half-health turret in the mid lane.
Yeah.
20% damage reduction from turrets on Untara. If Untara's the one tanking, it's going to last a while.
Yeah, he's just going to be able to sit under that thing quite some time. Seeker, though, getting caught out. Concussive Blows comes through, has to pop his own ultimate, but they're still just burning through him. Meanwhile, Bubbling on the other side, trying to get onto Flawless. Untara comes in, dashes through. The Alistar does fall. So far, no one else quite going down. I'll take that back. Flawless goes down. Nuclear not going to get hit up by that Glacial Fissure, but Untara sticking to Sassin with the Frozen Fist. Now being taken quite low. BDD goes in, gets a huge Azir sec, but he goes down for it. This could be the turn by Spenu. Mad Light falls as well. Kramer quite low. The flash forward. The route for Untara gets slowed out by the Riptide. Has to sprint away. Kramer trying to lifesteal off these Krugs. Looks like they might get out of this one alive.
Meanwhile,
Bubbling just going straight for the bot lane, trying to take out that inhibitor. Kramer goes back in, gets a little bit of damage onto Soul, but not going to be able to find any kill pressure. But it doesn't look like Bubbling is going to be able to find any either on that inhibitor.
And with the respawns, and ironically, the Zerot Portal doing a lot of work. Bubbling can't backdoor. Some of those CSEC plays you get punished, and that's the truth for BDD. He went for the hero play, was punished for it, and suddenly CJ are held off. Now, there needs to be many more fights like this before Spenu are back in the game. We're watching the replay.
Yeah, everybody on to Secret here, who does go down. Flawless is getting selected out by Bubbling, but then
speaking of selections, Flawless dies instantly without the ability to ult, and that's now you think, okay, fight's over, CJ have got this, but we just wait for the moment where BD enters the fight. He's already quite low. He takes the poke from Varus, and basically one crit and one Q from Varus kills him, and suddenly there's very little damage left in the fight. Elise was in mid this whole time, expecting it to be a one fight for CJ enters. And this is the result. It was a bit of parity in a game that until now had been very one-sided.
Yeah, here comes the TP in from Mutara on the backside, dashes onto Flawless, pops up 3 members of the enemy team. Mutara getting targeted out though. Looks like he's going to go down, but Soul has fallen as well. Flawless getting jumped on once again, cannot use his ultimate. Kramer finds the kill, the stun on Assassin, he goes down. BDD finds that one. It's going to be a double kill for Kramer. Can he make it a triple? Goes on the nuclear, and he does. And just like that, CJ, after one flub fight, come back in, wipe the floor with Spenu, and they're going to win the game.
A double for BDD and a triple for Kramer. Happy news for CJ fans. That time BDD didn't go too Rambo on the front line, was able to fight in the back line. Doesn't have Rylai's to slow people up, but that was what everyone else doing. It was a really nice flash cocoon to take down a member from Bubbling in that case. They don't have a minion wave, so maybe they can't finish
20%
this
reduction.
Second. That's true.
Yeah,
even Kramer looks pretty tanky.
Yeah, he was tanking that tower for